Hello gin lovers and welcome back to No Nonsense Gin Reviews with me, Bobby Freeman. Now then, feast your little eyes on this little fella because this, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than Whitley Neill Blood Orange Gin. That's right. Now, as a lot of you know, as I've mentioned in my previous few videos, there seems to be a bit of a fad at the moment with orange flavoured gin. We went to the pink gin, now we're in the orange gin. I just reviewed the Malfi Blood Orange Gin and the Grayson's Orange and Lime Gin, and then obviously we've already got the Tanqueray Sevilla Gin. And I absolutely love that there's this orange fad. I've always said I really like any elements of orange or orange peel in the gin in the first place. In just a normal gin, it's always makes for a very nice gin. So I love that we've got this orange craze. I cannot wait to try this one because I have tried. Whitley Neill do a lot of gins. They have got a lot of different products in their range. Not least this little fellow here, which I think was one of my very first reviews, way back when in the beginning. And this is the old rhubarb and what was it again? Rhubarb and ginger. And would you take a look at that bottle, ladies and gentlemen? That is a thing of beauty. I mean, when you faced with a lot of gins on the shelf at a bar, and a lot of them look pretty much the same, that little fellow is going to stand out, and you're going to be having a bit of that. And it's a very unique gin, and it's one that everyone should try. It's not one you'll have every single time, but it's certainly one to have on the shelf too when you're feeling in a slightly odd mood. But anyway, enough about that. We've talked about that before. This little fellow then, I'm really looking forward. I'm slightly. Let's have a look at the bottle, compare, because I've just sort of given that said how nice that bottle was. This little fellow is rather more subdued, I think you'd say. In fact, it's one of the... I don't think I've ever seen a gin which actually completely closed off. Maybe Hendrick's, they have a black bottle and you can't see. So you can't actually see in that gin at all. I always think it's nice to see the gin inside. But never mind. I'm sure they've got their reasons. This family, by the way, the Whitley Neill family, they've been doing gin a long time. I think they've been like 8 generations of their family, if I remember rightly. If you want to look at the history, have a look at the previous the review I did of that one, because I'm not going to go into it all again because I don't want to repeat myself. But we'll have a little bit of literature about it, I think, over here. So, lovely website, by the way. Look at this. Very cool looking. They've obviously spent a lot of money on this. And it certainly shows through. So let's have a little bit of literature, but not too much, shall we? So, Blood Orange Gin tasting notes. Here we go then. Pay attention. Get your pen and pencil ready. Pen and pencil? Pencil and paper. Let's go for that. I'm very traditional. Bright, zesty aromas head up a clean citrus gin. So it's a clean gin. We don't like a dirty gin, do we? Sweet fruit bursts of Sicilian blood orange offers a smooth, crisp taste of the Mediterranean sun. Sounds fair enough to me. A passion for discovery. Here's a little bit of a backstory about it then. A passion for discovery runs through all 8 generations of the Whitley family tree. See, I told you, 8 generations. So it's perhaps fitting that while honeymooning in the beautiful Sicilian countryside, Frederick Neill and his new wife, fell in love. Doesn't say her name. Fell in love all over again. This time with the vibrant, zesty flavour of Sicilian blood oranges. I don't know. It always seems to be about Sicilian oranges. I don't know why they're so good. But I've never been there. Maybe I'll try that one day. So where are we? Using his finely honed distilling techniques, Freddie strove to create a vodka recipe that would have... A vodka recipe? Hang on a minute. No, it's definitely gin. Right, hang on a minute. Okay, so he created a vodka recipe that would evoke the memories of the Sicilian honeymoon. And it's this recipe that led to the creation of Whitley Neill Blood Orange Gin. Excellent. Okay, because gin and vodka are actually very similar, I understand. A handcrafted gin of exceptional quality that's bursting with the dynamic citrus flavour of Sicilian blood oranges in every drop for a smooth, crisp taste of the Mediterranean sun. Well, that sounds excellent to me. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a sniff first of all. Oh, and as you can see, the seal is intact. So I'm trying this for the very first time with you, which I'm always trying to do that now. So, break the seal. It's broken. Let's go. And it has a cork, so we know what that means. That's right, it's the cork test. So, let's go see if it's got a squeak. The teeniest of tiniest squeaks. A little subtle squeak there. Okay, fair enough. Okay. No one seems to go overboard in the squeak these days, but never mind. It doesn't really matter. Let's go for the full pull. Oh, good Lord, that's pathetic. I've had a run of terrible cork tests recently. It was a very lackluster and very unimpressive cork test. But never mind, as we always say, it's just a bit of fun. So, let's smell the old devil, shall we? Oh, okay. It's amazing how many, all these, I think this is the 4th orange one I'll be trying now. You'd think they'd all be pretty much just along the same sort of flavours, but they're not. Each one seems to be very unique. This one This one's traced like a strong gin. What's the level in this? 43. It's quite a strong gin. It does, but you're getting like a real sharp, zingy sort of smell of citrus in there, rather than the subtle one of the Graysons and the refreshingly light one of the Malfi. This is a stingy, pointy, jabby, sharp sort of orange taste, which I think could be quite. It's almost like a sort of a sherbety-esque sort of essence about it. So this is promising a lot, this one. So let's get the old fella in the glass, shall we? Right, and we also. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's interesting. So maybe that's why they kept this glass covered up, because it is, as far as I can see, it's completely colourless. So I think if you're going to put an orange gin on the shelf and you can see into it, you probably want to see a bit of colour. So maybe that's why they decided to do that. So, yeah, as you can see, completely and utterly colourless. In contrast to the old Malfi, which I reviewed last time, which was absolutely just bursting with colour. It looked almost pink. It was like jelly, and it actually retains that pinkness even when you put the tonic in, and that is, by the way, it's one of my real favourite gins at the moment. But so I don't want to hang around here. I'm quite intrigued as to it makes me wonder, do they put the colours in artificially on these ones? Because that has got absolutely nothing at all. You'd think if it was a standard thing when you make an orange gin that it would be orange. So let's see what this tastes like, shall we? So, tonic is in. Here we go. Is that going to be a strong one? No, I think it's going to be okay. Right, here we go. Oh. Well, I have to say, that is a bit... I'm kind of lost for words, really, because I thought that was going to be a real strong hit of orange, like it promised in the smell. It's actually, you can't get much. It doesn't. Yeah, it is orangey, but very, very, very light. I mean, the Grayson's one was quite subtle, but then it had that sort of aftertaste of lime in there, which gave it a bit of three-dimension. It's not really. I suppose it is a little bit orangey, but it's not massively. It wouldn't bowl me over and think this is a really orange gin. It's nice. There's nothing wrong with it. It is nice, but I thought it was going to go more stronger on the. If it's called blood orange gin, I thought it would go stronger on the orange flavour. It is. I feel a little bit let down, to be honest. I thought this promised a lot. I mean, the Whitley Neill gins are always very, very brave and very, very out there. And as I say, the flavours on this are literally like bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. I mean, there's no two ways about it. That is rhubarb and that is ginger. And you can get them both. And they're very, very defined and very clear and very, very strong and very dominating. Okay, maybe I just need to reset my sort of perspective of it. I think it's more like gin... Nice gin with a hint of orange rather than orange flavoured gin, which is fine actually. I was just this is the trouble when you have preconceptions, you see. You expecting one thing and you might be slightly disappointed. So I'm going to have another go because I've got to try and acclimatise to this. It's the first taste you get. It's pretty much just like gin. It's what I would call it a standard tasting gin, your classic tasting gin. It's not that's a bit discourteous to say standard, but I would say the classic tasting gin. But then it's all fine. It's got all the good gin stuff going on in there. That's fine. But then in the same way that the Grayson's orange and lime gave you the lime in the aftertaste, this is giving you the orange in the aftertaste. So the first bit you get is like your classic gin, and then you think, oh, that's just a nice gin, it's not too bad. Then as you breathe in, and you get a bit of oxygen in there, and the aftertaste, just the lightest sort of waft, a delicate little waft, little twinkle of orange just floats up afterwards. Which is, it's okay. I mean, I don't know, I was just expecting something else. I'm really trying to sort of, it's thrown me a little bit. It is a nice gin. It is nothing wrong with it, nothing wrong with it at all. I was expecting a little bit more from the old Whitley Neill. Definitely, especially considering the strong, big flavours of the previous one that I've tried. But all in all, not bad at all, but not quite what I was expecting. So price-wise on this one, it's going to be about £24-25, maybe a little bit more. I ordered it online and got it quite a good price. That's $31, I believe, for my American friends. And I think Whitley Neill is probably available over in America as well. So that's about price-wise. There's nothing wrong with that. However, there is that Grayson's one that I keep saying interview. The one that I reviewed the other week. This Grayson's one which is available at Aldi, which is orange and lime, which I kind of think is a much more interesting flavour than just the orange on its own. So I'd probably, given the choice, and it's £10 cheaper. It's only like £15 or something like that. So given the choice, I don't think I'd really spend the extra money in the same way I wouldn't spend the money on the Tanqueray Sevilla over the Grayson's one. It's always important to take, sort of cost into consideration in these. And I think, as good as this is, I'd say that was very similar in taste-wise to the Tanqueray Sevilla. There's not really much standalone quality of this gin. So, as good as it is, I'd never be disappointed if you gave me that. But I think if I was going to go for a real orange, for a standard orange one, I'd go for the Grayson's orange and lime one. However, to me, that's not topping the king of the orange gins, which so far is the Malfi Blood Orange. It's called something else, Aralancia or something, I think like that. That so far is the one to beat. It's the one I'm drinking all the time at the moment, and me and my girlfriend are literally smashing through the bottles. Not literally, of course, that would be dangerous. I think we'll leave it there on this one. A bit of a okay review on this one, but as I say, my promise to you, I'll always be honest, and that's the main thing. So, as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe and like the videos, and I've been told to say. And if you want me to try any particular gin, then do write a comment in the section below, and I will always respond to them and endeavour to try that gin. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been No Nonsense Gin Reviews. In fact, no, that has been Whitley Neill, what is it again? Blood Orange Gin. Okay, not too bad. Try some if you want, but there are better gins out there for a similar price. I've been Bobby Freeman. This is No Nonsense Gin Reviews, and I will see you next time. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.